Jason, I just want you to watch.
I'm trying. I'm feeling a little motion sick. No, this is cool.
Just take it in.
This is... We are swinging, man.
Oh yeah.
Damn. Okay. This is Marvel's Spider-Man.
Yep. Just look at it. Just look how good it looks.
Just keep swinging.
Just look how good this looks.
Hasty advising you to find another job.
Look at how snappy I am.
Holy shit. You are pretty snappy. Can you run up walls?
Oh, can I run up walls? Jason.
Show me. Yeah. All right, cool. Oh, man, you just launched off that like Batman.
Yeah. Yes, this is Marvel's Spider-Man, and hey, the swinging, it's good.
Normally it's relegated to like a 6-city block radius.
But this
seems much bigger.
This is New York.
Holy
this
shit.
is like New York ass New York. Check it out. You got your different districts: Midtown, Hell's Kitchen, Central Park, Harlem.
I got a hot dog there once.
This is my New York accent, by the way. It's very good.
I've actually never been to New York, so this looks perfect.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell.
As far as I can tell too. But yeah, so this is Marvel Spider-Man. This is pretty early in the game, I would say.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
A few hours.
Okay.
Let's try to get ahead of it.
And kind of the setup here is we have taken the Kingpin down with the New York Police Department in a long-planned raid on the kind of the godfather of crime in New York.
Sure, that guy.
And in his absence, a lot of other gangs are trying to take over. There's a bit of a power vacuum.
I see.
And so it's up to your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man to
keep peace
take
in the
them
neighborhood.
out.
Any idea what Fisk uses that shipyard for?
So right out the gate, you're gonna notice a lot of little icons here.
Is that all stuff to collect or stuff to do? Or?
So grayed out stuff is stuff I have already collected or done. You can see kind of a mark there. I haven't even at this point unlocked all of the types of things you can do.
That. So
and this is also just per neighborhood.
Landmarks to go see. Okay, demon crimes.
Yeah. So let's make our way over here. So kind of the general setup of every neighborhood is there are these towers, like an Ubisoft style game might have.
Okay.
They'll kind of open everything up. I'm going the opposite direction here.
Follow the marker.
So kind of on our way, we might see some other things too. I'm not going to get into too much story stuff here. We're going to play one of these missions, which I would not consider much of a spoiler. So if you're sensitive about that, don't worry. So look here on my mini map. You see that red triangle?
I do indeed.
I'm just gonna activate my little spidey senses here.
There. Okay.
And you can see we've got some targets here. Let's just get to work.
Bad guys.
Okay, that guy's got a rocket launcher.
Oh,
I need to
man.
take that guy out first.
Okay.
So in terms of combat here, it's kind of a one-button game in a sense, but calling it that is pretty disingenuous because you need to use every part of that one button. So if I kind of wail on a guy here, once I get in, I can just mash X. Oh God. And then if I hold X on the end of my combo chain there, I'll do kind of a launcher.
Oh, okay, cool.
See this reticle around me. It's a lot of rocket dudes up here. This is a tough fight. So, and then I can continue that. It'll be easier to show off once there's fewer enemies. Kind of in the air, you can keep doing an air combo.
I see.
And I end it there with a little web kick.
Man, the poor thugs that got the shields, like when they'd picked out their weapons that day, like everybody went for the rocket launchers and then ran out. They're like, oh man.
Check this out. Later, dudes.
Nice. Like stuck to
Those guys are stuck to the opposite building.
Nice.
So I can hit triangle to kind of do that web zip I just did, which will auto-target kind of the nearest or most dangerous enemy.
Okay.
And so that was just kind of a random crime. Those happen intermittently. There's a lot of different ones. Sometimes it's like a hostage situation. Sometimes there's a bomb threat. There's, I don't know, maybe a dozen.
Okay. Walk me through like a typical combo. Like, is it like
It's
mash X a couple
X,
times?
or square, 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 square. And on that last square, you hold square. And
launch
in
them?
the air, you hit square, 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 square.
Okay.
The variation comes in on like, so if I do square circle, I'll slide under a guy.
Okay.
Like this.
Real talk, guys. The Destroy New York stick is getting old.
You know, at any time you can do that little aerial launcher just if you want to get somebody out of the picture for a second.
Nice.
You can just do that.
Yep.
You'll see when they take aim on me here, or when they're about to hit me, I get that little white symbol above my head. That
like your
is
spider sense.
exactly.
Okay. So like in a Batman like esque sense, it's like that, right?
Yep, totally.
That's your cue to counter or dodge, right?
Yeah. Or like slide behind a guy. There's these, which you find kind of, if you scan, all pick upable objects kind of highlight, and then you can just do that.
And those button combos, that triangle plus circle, was
Yeah.
that like a finisher of sorts?
So yeah, that's a finisher. You'll see you have a focus bar,
Where these came from.
and as that fills, you can either cash it in to heal or perform a finisher, which will do a one-hit KO on almost all enemy types.
That sounds fun.
Some require 2 bars.
Sounds familiar as well, but
Totally. So let's
I'm not going to knock it for using Batman Combat because Batman Combat is pretty fun.
totally, yeah.
turns out.
And this is like that, but amplified to a modern setting, which means they can have more enemies on screen. They
Yep.
can have
It
bigger
seems like the
areas.
areas are a little bit bigger, and it definitely seems a little more kinetic as well. This looks very fun. Good.
So there's lots of different upgrades and customizable stuff here. Kind of the main thing here are the different suits. So as you level up, these unlock. So you see unlock at level 13, 26, etc.
Oh yeah.
All these different suits not only look different, but they each have their own ability. You'll see this suit also unlocks arms race.
Yo. Okay.
So it'll do an EMP that stuns enemies and disables their weapons. The one I have calls in Spider Bro, who will help during combat.
Okay.
Though I have found Spider Bro maybe not the best AI.
Does it give good high fives though?
I wish.
Damn it.
So the cool thing is too, if you change the suit, you still have all the suit powers that you've unlocked. So if you
Really?
want Spider Bro with this outfit, you can totally do that.
Like slot it in?
Yep. So
Weird,
you can
okay.
use any combination of suit and suit power. And then there are suit mods. And these are just kind of like straight up buffs. Usually, look, reduces incoming melee damage.
Okay.
Reduces the, better scanner, faster gadget refills,
Okay.
etc.
Mostly passive stuff though?
Yeah, this one's really good. This one I kind of used for the whole game. I don't have it locked here, but you just get more healing.
Okay.
And then another really helpful one is it'll like automatically consume a focus bar to heal you if you hit low health.
Oh, cool. That does seem handy.
Then you've got these gadgets.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's what I'm all about.
So
Gadgets.
in universe, this Spider-Man is very much of the dorky, web genius kind of. He works with one Dr. Octavius.
Sure.
On prosthetics.
I've seen several different reboots of his origin story and who he works with, and
Yep.
yeah, I'm familiar with him working with Osborn on a couple occasions for sure.
Totally. And so you can kind of upgrade those. We'll show off the ones I have in combat here. So web shooter just kind of wraps up enemies. Impact web was that one I was launching those dudes off the roof with. If you hit a dude against a wall with the impact web, they're good as dead. And then spider drone just kind of goes about and makes some chaos happen here.
Okay.
And then lastly, which we're going to get into here, are
man.
skills. So 3 types of trees. This is kind of innovator is for defender's combat. Web slinger is all your web abilities. Innovator's kind of all over the place. So I have like the ability to pull out small arms like pistols and batons, and then I can upgrade to larger weapons.
Like a rocket launcher.
Yep. Eventually, you can hurl weapons back at enemies, and then eventually. Look at that, just midair, grab a rocket, throw it back at a guy. What I'm gonna unlock right now
That's a sick spider trick.
is air tricks and quick zips.
All right.
So let's just show off some of this while I swing to my
Is that
next
for like
objective.
in combat? Is there any like a traversal?
Those
powers
so
you're unlocking?
both things I just unlocked are traversal. So
Gotcha.
web zip is so you start out with one web zip. You can just kind of so I can jump
Yep.
anytime out of a swing. I can web zip on X, which is kind of like an air dash. I've unlocked the ability to do a second web dash. Usually when you do more than one, you lose momentum. But now I can just keep that momentum going. And also, check this shit out.
Oh yeah.
Tricks.
Oh, sick tricks.
Oh God, I fucked up. And not only are those tricks sick, but they're also getting me EXP there on the right.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's not
all
a
right.
lot, but it adds up.
That's silly as hell, but I dig it a lot.
Yeah, totally. And it fits totally in the universe. I feel like Spider-Man is one to stunt on. That's the first time I've seen that. Spider-Man is one to stunt on his enemies, so
Do sick knee slides on the city street.
let's
So, how does it feel though? Like it looks
feels
pretty
good.
damn.
It feels so good. Like it's so crisp. You'll see the that kind of reticle thing, that white circle that pops up anywhere you can zip to.
Like a grapple point.
Yep,
Yeah?
you just hit L2 R2 and you'll zip right there, and then once you get there, you can jump off of it.
Neat.
There's an upgrade that when you jump off of it, it does even more speed.
Like boost. Okay.
Yeah, I missed my mark here.
Well, that's all right. We're swinging. We're having a good time. So even if you don't see like a reticle per se, there's still probably something up there for you to latch onto.
Totally.
Okay.
Like any corner, any antenna, any water cooler, like just anything you think Spider-Man could perch on,
Yeah.
it works.
Cool.
So let's decrypt this using science. So you got one stick that controls how big it is, the other one that controls like how wide it is.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. So that's kind of the thing with this game. You've seen almost all of this before, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I feel like this game is an amalgamation of kind of the best of all open world stuff.
That's good. You give me a good open world. You give me good combat. You make it fun to traverse the area, and I'm interested. And give me fun stuff to do.
Yeah, totally. So the stuff to do varies. So this thing I'm heading to right now, this is just a simple collectible. They're the backpacks that Peter Parker in high school hid all around the city with his suit and a memento.
Oh, nice.
And so let's pick this one up and
That's
see what we
pretty
got
great.
here. So
an old camera.
Old camera, you
First
can
camera.
get a little flavor here.
Yard sale. Still uses film.
Hey.
Hey, these are just kind of all those different things I've collected.
Yeah, like for like a fan, how much of that stuff is like deep cuts?
Pretty much all of it is pretty deep. Like some of it is just like, oh, that's cute, and then some of it's like, oh, that's actually. It's like, look, his old web shooter.
Okay.
Web shooters. Managed to improve the storage capacity a lot since then, but the basic design's still the same.
And so it just serves
I
to be
like
a
that
little
it's
bit
not
of.
the organic web.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Oh God, it's just
Gross.
gross. So let's. Let's do one more thing before we get to that mission. My favorite side activity are these research stations, and so in the universe, these are kind of. So
Those are all over New York, like hot dog carts.
exactly. Well, but they're on the roof, so people don't see them a lot.
right.
Norman Osborn is the mayor of lovely New York City here,
What?
head of Oscorp.
Okay.
And his son Harry is big into the environment and wants to kind of help undo some of the gross things his dad's corporation
done.
has done.
Okay.
And so he set up these stations here, and we'll kind of get a little walkthrough of what exactly we need to do.
This is one of my labs that monitors water quality. Any nasty stuff gets in, it tells you. I wanted to check on it myself, but there's just never enough time.
Feels like Harry's not telling me something. I hope he's okay.
I hope Swampo doesn't show up.
Shut up.
That algae's already killing fish. And if I
Wrong-
don't stop it,
wrong
it'll work
game
its way up
first,
the food
damn
chain
it.
fast. I whipped up a virus that'll attack it in Harry's lab.
I whipped up a virus real quick,
You know.
Make it work. Gotta get to the lake. Stat.
All right, so these are usually like kind of platform-y like challenges. They're not combat. It's more about just like, okay, how can you utilize Spider-Man's movement in a cool way? So let's see what the challenge. I actually haven't done this one. So let's see what we got to do here.
Go swimming. Gross.
Got it.
That does not
Crack
look
the cell
safe.
walls, and the only way I can do that in time is with G-force. Quick and dirty
G-force.
way to apply G-force is jump off a tall building.
Great.
G-force.
One around is Oscorp.
Okay.
I wish I could do this in a lab, but there's no time.
Whoa, gotcha, man.
Okay, so you got a little height slider there.
All right.
Let's see.
Nice.
This is looking good. Okay, and then so you can hit L3 when you're in the air to dive. Oh,
Force.
G-force.
Now I just have to do it again. I am not eager to repeat that,
Whoa.
but I have jumped the gun.
All right, it's 250. Let's do a little.
Oh, I see. All right. I'm getting that.
So this one's relatively simple. Sometimes it's like, okay, chase a drone and you have to follow its trail. It's gonna leave like some little orbs that you have to fly through. And it's just kind of like teaching you how to maneuver around the world.
How many ring challenges are there?
I've only found one.
Okay.
I haven't done all the research stations, but okay. So let's get up here.
We broke 250, let's do it.
And we'll dive. I'm gonna try and swing
Stealth on the
before I
way
hit the
down?
ground. Oh,
shit.
I let go of the stick.
That's all right. I actually felt like
I know, I was
gonna be
getting a little
impacts.
worried.
Oh my god.
I like Spider-Man's quips. I feel like
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
he's classically a very snarky superhero.
A little bit.
But I don't think it's like overbearing or anything in this game. And there's enough of them that it's not too repetitive. The only time it gets repetitive is for those little side police missions.
Okay.
There's not too many unique lines for when he beats them, like, you know, saying something about how he's the friendly neighborhood
That's
Spider-Man.
cool. And that's saying something too, because there's looks like hundreds of different like side missions and stuff. Oh shit.
I think the stick is
Sticky.
maybe a little sticky.
Sticky stick.
I'll try one more time.
Okay, I believe in you.
Check this out. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna not only do it, I'm gonna style on it. Huh!
Play that style. Dive. Hold it.
He just automatically swung there.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
Let's
Were those kids tagging the wall over there? Do we have to beat them up?
I don't know if there's an easy way to exit this. Tell you what, we'll go to a taller building.
Okay.
I might be able to even, oh yeah, see, let's look at this here
Oh, cool.
as a kind of a guide. So we're gonna go
Yeah, that looks
this
good.
way. Aha!
That looks super tall.
Is this Oscorp? Yeah. In terms of like the story, there really is just a lot of fan service in here. There's a ton of enemies, kind of
Cameos
all
from-
the main ones you'd want to see are in here. All right.
So
here goes
something about the
nothing.
Shocker. You already mentioned the Kingpin.
Yeah, the kind of all this. The game starts with most of the Sinister Six locked up,
Okay.
and then
They can turn this loose.
you know stuff happens.
Okay. What about friendlies?
Yeah, so you've got to. This game takes place after you and Mary Jane have already broken up, actually.
No.
Oh God,
Gross.
I hate that.
Dude,
I gotta get a new
Clean
suit.
that.
Okay, he's
Aunt May to.
he's automatically flipping
Is
here.
Aunt May old Aunt May?
Yep,
Or
not Marissa Tomei.
Okay, super hot.
No, she runs a homeless shelter that you kind of volunteer at.
Oh, nice.
You've got some other characters, some kind of modern, new additions to the Spider-Man universe without getting too
Sure.
specific. What did I do? Oh, I did it. I beat it. Great.
You did.
So that's kind of an example of one of the more unique kind of side things. There's also just straight up side quests, which are all very unique. But let's hop.
Do some story stuff, yeah. Like I want to see some cinematics.
This controller is zooming in automatically.
Okay.
But let's go this way.
That doesn't sound good. We should get another one hooked up.
Yeah, this is the same controller that was on my desk. I've got some issues with it.
Oh yeah, I've seen your desk.
What's that supposed to mean? You like my Chris Farley bobblehead?
You keep it clean over there. You should. It's not Rory's desk.
Oh,
Good lord. That man only uses his desk for
Hot
it's like a
sauce.
hot sauce holder. And sometimes he'll mix his energy drink.
oh yeah,
concoction.
his serum.
Yep. But then it's all like that's where he puts the hot sauce on his popcorn. So it gets all over his desk there, and
That's where he puts all your shirts too, right?
yeah, yep, those are the shirts that I get.
Let's discuss the costume lunatic who just
Chili
lived
powder,
in the store
energy
with
drink,
a man.
hot
Wait,
sauce,
I'm talking about
shirts.
Herman Schultz?
I'm a big fan of J. Jonah Jameson in here as a sort of Alex Jones-like conspiracy theorist
That's so great.
who was
That is so
unceremoniously fired from the Daily Bugle.
That's perfect.
Spider-Man claims to
I'm
be
gonna
a
let
hero.
him talk.
Okay.
Tell that to the bank employees who are out of a job. The customers who had irreplaceable family heirlooms in the safe deposit boxes. Couldn't he have waited until Schultz was, I don't know, outside to start the fight? Of course,
Yeah,
he would have
Spidey.
probably wrecked several people's cars because Spider-Man views our city as his playground and your property as his toys. He just loves
such a boner for Spider-Man.
He does. There's some good lines in there later about him talking about if I was Spider-Man. Like, there's just insane jealousy to it.
Nice.
Okay. You can also turn that off too if you find it annoying. I think it was great.
I would never turn that off. That sounds wonderful.
They actually tell you to unsubscribe from his podcast if you want to. So I like this that Spider-Man actively went out of his way to subscribe in the first place.
Sure.
Listen up. Demons are making moves on all our caches. Lost 2 to
So yeah, these are the Kingpin's kind of thugs who are still out in the world, but kind of everything's in chaos now that they're leaders behind bars.
Eyes on. What caches are the demons after? Need to take out Fisk's men and figure out what they're guarding. Whatever it is, I don't want it in Fisk's or the demons' hands.
Turn on spider vision.
Snipers everywhere. Might need a lot of junk scattered around here.
Ooh.
So you can do kind of a stealth takedown if you're not alerted yet.
Okay.
If you're getting kind of melee range, you can also do perch takedowns, which are really, really good.
Rad.
That sniper has a guard watching him.
Yeah. So there's a guard here. So I can use the Spidey scan to find objects. And if I that's not what I wanted. I wanted to shoot a web at it. If you shoot a web at an object, they'll kind of like get suspicious of it.
Yeah.
And now that he's doing that,
Who's shooting webs around here?
I'll give you one guess.
Yeah.
You kind of keep these takedowns going. Get behind this guy. And so you don't have to do this stealthy.
Right.
You can totally just go in guns blazing. But I don't know if I've upgraded it yet in this playthrough, but like you get stuff where it's like, okay, you know, stealth takedowns are gonna give you more focus or increases stealth takedown range.
Play how you want to play.
Totally. It really does feel like that.
That's good.
So I at the very least want to take out all these snipers because they do some serious damage in the middle of a fight and they're very good at just interrupting your flow. So you have like complete free movement on walls here, which is nice. You can just get up here.
Ledge grab.
Boom. And you got these milestones you can see here of like just, you know, do 50 silent takedowns.
And then you get trophies for it too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Try and speed things up here a little bit, even if it costs me my... Nope.
No, play how you want to play. Nice.
Hey, buddy, can I just suck you up here? Psst.
They say that in New York a lot.
Hey, buddy, can I suck you up here?
Yeah.
Good night.
I hear anyway. I don't know. How is it that I've never been to New York? I used to work at a job that just sent me all over the place, all over the country. Whoa, shit.
Nobody noticed. We're fine.
Yeah. Ooh. You kicked him right into the goddamn base.
Yeah, I kicked him so hard that I fell through the earth for a second.
Focus bar is
Oh,
full.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So let's do my little finisher here.
Yep.
Boom. There's a ton of those, so they don't really get repetitive, which is nice. And then you kind of like just aim the stick in a direction and Spider-Man will go that way to hit an enemy.
Okay.
So you see with ranged enemies also, like you get that sight line on you, which kind of goes red. And then once it's red, that's your indication of like you really need to dodge.
Fire. Okay.
And so now if I hit down, I can cash in one of those focus bars for health.
Oh yeah. That's why you were green.
Yep.
Okay.
So all the different enemy types have kind of a way you have to take them down. Enemies with weapons like that, you have to launch into the air first or web them up.
That also seems familiar.
You know we can't have vigilantes trespassing or doing illegal searches.
Yeah, I know.
Which is why I brought a warrant. So what do you say we do some perfectly legal searching?
I like the sound of that. What's your name?
Officer Davis. Call me Jeff. And you are?
Fucking Spider-Man, dude.
Just messing with you.
You got me.
So, that warrant cover breaking down doors?
Not without a lot of extra.
There's a lot of really nice little details here, but one of my favorites is so you can fast travel through the subway, and they all have loading screens of just Spider-Man on the subway, and it's like people like either reading a newspaper and like looking back and forth between him and it, or like a guy in a Spider-Man costume and him talking.
That's
just
cool.
Yeah, there's lots of little unique interactions here. So a lot of times missions will have you kind of get a little detective-y. So you got to kind of figure out, okay, so we need to, what's my objective here? If you hit the stick, you see, find a way in. Well, my scan is showing me something over here, so I'm just going to kind of follow this path. Maybe, oh yeah, see, look back here.
Whoa. Don't worry, we can climb on walls.
Yep.
I feel like I'm in a horror movie. Hello? Any fisherman with a grudge and a hook for a hand? Okay, where's
Classic
that
quip.
locked door? Jeff, you there?
That was.
I'm doing my best to
I know what you
refrain
did
from
last summer.
knock-knock jokes.
Appreciate it. You see a junction box powering the door?
Maybe.
Yeah, got it.
If we can overload it, that should force the door open.
Smart, but
Shoot it with webs.
that packs enough current.
Try this.
Stun gun, genius. Capacitors in this are just what I need for an upgrade I've been thinking of.
And voila,
Yeah.
we got the electric web. Just another little gadget you can use here. So this one kind of does like a chain lightning effect between enemies. But you can also use it on stuff like power grids.
Okay.
And you know, you can like use it to knock out the lights in an area if you find the electrical box,
Remind me of
or
my son.
Oh, I see.
Started taking apart the TV when he was 5. Now he's unlocking his friends' phones.
Sounds like he could teach me a bit.
it's a very modern game. You know, it takes place in 2018. It's like there's their own version of Twitter, which you can load up kind of at any time, and it changes as the story progresses. And
Looking for something specific?
This yard's been here a long time. Bootleggers used to use it back in the day.
Gotcha. Those guys love their hidden rooms.
Check it out. Sound hollow to you?
doesn't sound like anything to me.
Yeah.
Like the one on the door. The conduits lead out the back. Look for another junction box.
Let's see if my mask lenses can pick up the conduits.
They can.
Thanks. No way I could have unlocked this myself.
Hey, I doubt I would have found it without you.
Whoa.
We got a big fat nothing.
Well, there's one secret room that could be more. Notice anything about the floor?
They can hide the doors, but not the scrapes they leave.
Keep an eye out for more of those.
Let's find some scrapes.
So there's a fair amount of this detective work to be done in certain missions. They break it up nicely. It's not like every mission has long non-combat sequences, but
Okay, good.
just wanted to show what a good spread here would look like.
Hey, dirt. Scrape, no door. None I can see anyway.
Great. Be right there. Maybe not. Elevator's busted.
Sit tight. I'll pull you up.
How's the voice work, Ben?
I like it. I mentioned in our review that my kind of standout was Mary Jane.
Cool.
She feels kind of fully realized as a character, not only in her writing and stuff like that, but also
on it.
just in her delivery. Oh, wait. Oh, wrong one.
Did Did you figure out how to get this elevator working?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
So the origin of Spider-Man has been retold countless times, almost as many times as Batman's origin story.
Yeah.
Do they touch on any of that in here, or is it just?
No, I think there's like a
Presumed
couple
that-
Easter eggs to it, but
Okay.
this is post-college Spider-Man, and he got bit in
Cool.
high school.
Cool. Okay.
So he's been in the game. Like whenever you run into a villain, like so, an early fight has you taking on the Shocker.
Okay.
And you can tell they have history. It's just Peter like talking to him about his life and stuff while he's messing with him.
That's really good, actually.
on it.
Cool.
Okay, and then we're gonna find this last junction box. Even in confined spaces like this, the movement is good because you can just do that web zip anytime. You can even just zip to a wall that doesn't have a point, right? You can just go right up here if you want to. Electric web,
Found one. Nailed it.
zap that bad boy.
Hell yeah, you did.
Hello. It's reaching inside of it.
Hey, check this out.
Nothing. I'm starting to feel like this is Fisk's way of messing with me.
Like
There's
Al
another
Capone's
box.
vault.
They kept guns here. They wouldn't have moved them to the front door.
Were you alive for that? Were you?
No,
No,
I only know that from like
Access to another
the joke about it.
Talking about a vault. Maybe we're close.
bet on it.
I remember seeing commercials for that on TV. I'm thinking, oh my god, this is really gonna happen.
Because they hyped it up, right?
Of course they did.
It was Geraldo too, right?
Yep.
Oh man,
That dude's still around.
he is.
If I were a junction box,
Oh,
where would I
it's
be?
up to me. Sorry.
They should lead you in the right direction.
Found it.
All right, so that one's behind that wall there. This one took me forever to figure out. You just raise that elevator up, zap it.
Dunzo.
You were right, Jeff. Trapdoor.
Outstanding. Think you can help me out? This thing's heavy.
Yeah, I think I can help you out.
By standing on it.
1, 2, 3.
There's tons of really nice little references in this game, and it simultaneously gives you everything that you would want in terms of like villains and enemies and stuff you might find, but also just like
Concrete in the way.
little setups maybe for another game. They have some DLC coming, so I'm interested to see what they do with it.
Yeah, like 3 episodes or
room to maneuver
something.
here.
Yeah,
Hang on.
over the next 3 months.
Okay.
What was that?
Subway, maybe. Let's hustle. The place is unstable.
Okay, that definitely wasn't a subway.
No,
Oh wow.
sounded like explosives.
And that sounds like demons.
The vault! Hurry!
What?
The demons are kind of the enemy.
Oh, like a warriors gang?
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
basically. They're kind of the main gang that's rising up in
Demons are already
Fisk's
gone.
absence.
How'd they beat us here?
Must be a back door. See if you can find it. This place is one hell of an opening.
It's here.
Or was.
There. They blew the locks to get in. Shh. Demons. Stay here.
Hell no. It'll take both
Hell no.
Hell no.
and some of these. They're moving.
He doesn't need backup or anything. Well, he's got Spider-Man, I guess. God.
Find cover.
All right, get him.
So this kind of teaching you about the electric web here. You can totally just kind of stun lock enemies if they're all lined up. Each of the gadgets has its own kind of purpose. My favorite that I don't have yet is the web bomb,
Okay.
which is like it sounds. It's a little bomb where if it explodes next to a dude, it'll launch them into a wall.
Cool.
So if there's an early upgrade where, so I get the white Spidey sense when I'm about to get hit, but right when I'm about to get hit, it turns blue.
Okay.
And that's a perfect dodge if you dodge during that, which will kind of give you that bullet time.
Oh, sweet.
Fuck.
Stay clear! I'll stun them!
Hey. Good night. One guy left. Just zip to him.
Took a nice chunk out of you, though.
He did. Gonna heal up. And there you go.
Your timing is impeccable.
And that's kind of the progression of most story missions is usually fight some guys,
Yeah.
do something else, and then either fight some more guys or fight a new enemy type or fight a boss.
Gotcha.
Pretty standard as far as like mission types go. It's not really until the last act, I would say, that they start getting really creative and really out there with what you're doing and also the setting.
Like one might be a chase sequence or something, and this one's a detective one.
Yeah, the chase sequences are really fun actually, because that's when you start to get to incorporate all of that web open world movement.
Yeah.
Especially if like you're chasing, let's say, a helicopter or something, and it's very fast and making a lot of tight turns. I feel like maybe my biggest problem with the game is there are these stealth missions where you're playing not as Spider-Man, and it's just so slow and clunky, and it's really everything against. It goes against everything. Oh, here we go on a chase. It goes against everything that the game does right, because the game makes you just fly. Like, look at me, I'm flying right now. This feels awesome, but all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, I have to sit here and wait for guards to get around corners and stuff, and it's just not fun.
That doesn't sound like it, yeah. You had me play the game one way through most of it.
Yeah. And that one way is like very good.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, you demon stragglers at the yard. I'm held up. How you looking?
Not much better.
Oh, shit.
They'll kill someone if I can't stop them.
Doing my best to catch up, but you might be on your own.
Stay safe, Jeff. Don't do anything crazy.
Spider-Man loves telling people don't do anything crazy and then immediately doing something crazy.
Everything he's doing right now is pretty crazy.
So I think now,
but he's got a costume, so
if I get close
he's
enough,
supposed to do crazy shit.
Exactly. Oh. Come on.
Get in there.
There we go.
Bystanders will get shot. I gotta get in close.
Nice.
Hey guys, room for one more?
A lot of quick time events, especially in these story missions.
Okay.
It's usually just hit square to hit a guy or mash square to mash out of something, like, or to lift something heavy. But sometimes it's like move the reticle to this point and hit an L1 or mash L2 and R2. There's a bunch of different ones. Fairly generous about them though, in both they're easy to perform and I've never failed a mission because of missing quick time events. I feel like if you maybe miss a ton of them, it might punish you, but at least.
How's the tone been? Like, has it been summer blockbuster, kind of a popcorn flick all the way through, or? For
the most part, there's a couple missions that are a lot heavier than I expected them to be. I do feel like it earns it, though. They set it up in a really interesting way. Thanks, Jeff.
Good job not doing anything crazy.
Jeff,
that's crazy. Ah, man, you get your head smushed by that. No, okay, you're good.
He's good. Yay, Spider-Man.
Helping the cops and everything.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah.
We've now identified the officer as Jefferson Davis. We're being told he has minor injuries and is expected
Being told
to
he's a
make
dumbass, not waiting for
He
backup.
did something very stupid.
Excuse me, miss. Are you supposed to be here?
More than you. After that auction house thing, the Bugle put me on the city beat.
She like no?
Oh, she knows, yeah.
She knows.
Stories like this.
That's kind of, it's alluded to, that's kind of the reason they stopped being together.
Yeah.
Sort of not being able to handle the work-life balance of being Spider-Man. And also a boyfriend,
Yeah.
No comment.
I don't blame you. But these guys are going to tell their story with or without you, and they thrive on controversy.
So what's your end?
I don't have one. I just listen.
Tiger.
Okay. Hop in.
She's good.
And yeah, and then after that, it just kind of drops you back into the open world, encourages you to do some more activities. Usually the next quest objective doesn't spawn until you spend some time out in the world. This one's a little different. It's just telling you to head home.
Turn this way.
So you can mainline the story, like you don't have to like do a certain amount of side quests?
Totally.
Okay.
So all of those, I'm actually going to call it here. All those little side quests are something that just gives you points to unlock different suits, different gadgets, different stuff like that. Even the side quests are just for experience.
Okay.
They never, like, other than the introduction one of like, hey, this is a thing you can go do now, go do it once. After that, you don't have to do anything.
But if you do want to do some of those side quests, do you recommend playing through a certain amount of the story first?
Yeah, I kind of recommend getting up until around this point, I would say. You know, maybe if one suit looks good to you, go for that. If one upgrade looks really good for you, just kind of pick out the stuff that you want and then work backwards from there rather than just trying to do everything. Once the game opens up and you kind of get to see all the different options you could do, that's when I recommend you start going in there and grinding out some of that side stuff. I don't think it necessarily gives you like a huge advantage. You know, you don't like super overpowered if you go do a bunch of early stuff.
Okay.
I feel like, yeah, it's one of those games where the side stuff is okay. It's not good enough where you're gonna feel like, I feel like I've been doing amazing things for the last hour while I've grinded out like all my pictures of famous landmarks. It's more of like, okay, I want to get this new suit upgrade. I'm going to go do some of this stuff, have fun, zip around, listen to J. Jonah Jameson do his thing.
Nice.
But yeah, that's Marvel's Spider-Man.
This looks pretty damn great.
$60 out on PS4 exclusive.
What?
I mean, I say for now.
I can't play this on my Switch?
No, not yet. Not everything's on Switch yet,
God damn it.
contrary to popular belief. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the DLC. They're launching New Game Plus pretty soon here, as well as a harder difficulty.
Day one photo mode.
Yeah.
Take some sick selfies.
You can take selfies.
That looks great. You can put stickers on the selfies?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in.
And yeah, Jason, thanks for swinging by and checking this out with me.
Thank you.